Wait, before you decide this is just another SUV, let me ask you something. What if the quietest car on the road is secretly the smartest one? That's the BYD Song Plus. And no, this story is not about speed numbers or boring specs. This is about how this car thinks, how it behaves, and why people underestimate it. At first glance, the Song Plus feels calm, almost too calm. But that calmness hides something interesting. Because this car is built by a company that doesn't think like traditional car brands. BYD started with batteries, not engines, not exhaust sounds, batteries. And that single fact changes everything about how this car exists. Here's something most people don't realize. When you drive the Song Plus, it doesn't constantly try to impress you. It waits, it adapts, it learns how you drive. And that's where the story gets good. Imagine a car that doesn't rush. It doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it quietly saves energy when you don't need power, and then gives you smooth, confident acceleration when you do. But here's the twist. You don't feel that transition. You never feel the engine waking up. You never feel the system switching modes. It just flows, and that's not accidental. BYD designed the Song Plus to feel more like a smartphone than a car. Always on, always ready, always optimizing in the background. Now let me slow this down for a second. Most hybrid cars constantly remind you that they're hybrids. You hear the engine start. You feel vibrations. You notice the handover. The Song Plus does the opposite. Sometimes you'll forget it even has an engine. And that moment, that realization is when people start respecting this car. But let's talk about comfort. Because comfort is where this car quietly wins. This SUV is tuned for real life. Not racetracks, not aggressive driving. Real roads, real traffic, real long days. The suspension absorbs imperfections without drama. Small bumps disappear. Long drives feel shorter. And there's a reason for that. BYD didn't just tune the ride for performance. They tuned it for mental comfort. Less noise, less vibration, less stress. And that creates something powerful. You arrive less tired. Now here's something most reviews don't explain properly. The Song Plus isn't trying to be sporty, but it feels confident. There's a difference. Sporty cars want to prove something. Confident cars already know what they are. And the Song Plus knows exactly what it is. It's the kind of car that makes you drive smoother without thinking about it. You accelerate gently. You brake earlier. Not because you have to, but because the car encourages it. And that changes your driving behavior. Let me tell you something interesting. People who switch to the Song Plus often say the same thing. They feel more relaxed after driving. Not excited, not overwhelmed, relaxed. And in today's world, that matters more than speed. But don't mistake calm for weak, because when you need power, it's there, instantly, silently. Electric torque doesn't ask for permission. And when the engine joins in, it doesn't interrupt. It supports. That balance is difficult to achieve, very difficult, which is why most brands don't get it right. Now let's talk about technology, but not in a boring way. The Song Plus doesn't throw features at you. It introduces them slowly. The screen responds quickly. Menus feel logical, nothing feels rushed or confusing. And here's the important part. You don't need to learn the car. The car learns you. Over time, it understands your habits, your routes, your driving rhythm, and that's when it starts feeling personal, almost human. But let me ask you something else. What's the point of technology if it distracts you? BYD understands this. So instead of overwhelming you with alerts and sounds, the Song Plus stays quiet unless something truly matters. It respects your attention. And that's rare. Now let's talk about space. Because space isn't just about measurements. It's about how a car makes you feel when you sit inside. The Song Plus feels open, breathable, not boxed in. Passengers don't feel like an afterthought. Rear seats feel intentional. And on longer drives, that matters more than people admit. Here's another detail most people miss. This car doesn't feel outdated quickly. Why? Because BYD updates software like a tech company, not like a traditional car brand. That means the car you buy today doesn't stay frozen in time. It evolves, and that gives owners confidence. Confidence that their car won't feel old next year. Now let's slow down again. Think about fuel costs, charging, maintenance. The Song Plus quietly reduces all of that stress. You don't obsess over fuel stations. You don't panic about range. You don't constantly check efficiency numbers. The car handles that thinking for you. And when a car removes worry, it becomes more than transportation. It becomes trust. But here's the real reason the Song Plus is interesting. It represents a shift away from noisy competition, away from aggressive marketing, away from unnecessary complexity. It's a car built by a company that believes the future doesn't need to shout. It just needs to work better. And the Song Plus works very well. Not perfectly. No car is perfect, but it's honest. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. And that honesty creates loyalty. People who buy this car don't feel the need to defend it. They just enjoy it. And that tells you everything. So if you're looking for drama, this isn't your car. But if you're looking for balance, calm, intelligence, and a sense that your car is quietly on your side, then the BYD Song Plus makes a lot of sense. Sometimes the smartest choice isn't the loudest one. Sometimes it's the one that lets you breathe.